Valentine's dates are absolutely out of control and they need to be stopped. Her face was covered with big red pimples. She had very thick glasses, one eyebrow. So for today's video, we're going to be getting into people's relationship and their confessions and getting in their business and ranking their business and seeing how fucked up the relationships and dates are. So currently we have 9 categories, starting from best to absolute worst. The first one that we have at the top is marriage material. The second one we have is Romeo and Juliet type shit. Third one we have is, aww, that's cute. Third one we have is good for both of you. The next one where we start stepping into territory that isn't, positive is blocked. Thank you.
No boss.
Then the next one is pack your shit and go. The next one is keep one eye open while sleeping. Then the next one is restraining order. The last one is witness protection. Today I fucked up by breaking my date's arm. Already a red flag, already. A few years ago, but here it is. Swiped on a girl on Tinder, didn't match yet. Her profile was memorable because I live in a small town and didn't recognize her. Fast forward 2 hours and I go to work and clock in. My boss introduced me to the new girl, it's her. Since she either swiped left or hadn't seen it yet, I didn't want her to think I swiped on her after we met without just talking to her in person. My awkwardness got the best of me and I brought it up. And we both had a laugh. We ended up going for a date, snowboarding, where she broke her arm in 4 places. Oh god. I guess she's never been snowboarding before. ... So I drove her down the mountain for 3 hours with a broken arm to the hospital, which apparently her mother works at. The x-ray tech thought we were dating and handed me the x-rays and asked if her mum knew she had piercings. Hell, I didn't even know she had piercings. Cue an awkward moment with mum a few moments later. An 8-inch metal plate and several screws. I felt terrible and I helped her with lots of things over the next few weeks while she was practically disabled, and we ended up dating for a few months. Too long didn't read, saw a girl on Tinder, met her at work, took her snowboarding where she broke her arm in 4 places. I don't know what type of fucked up story that was and why there was piercings involved in the story. I don't see how piercings are important to the story. I'm just gonna put this in, that's cute. I think that's where it fits best because it kind of was your fault, because why did you pick snowboarding for someone that you barely know? Today I fucked up by going on a date with a girl from Tinder who seemed way too good to be true. I, a 23-year-old male, was talking to this girl, a 23-year-old female, for a week on Tinder and Instagram. It's looking like maybe Tinder's causing all the problems. She was gorgeous and she seemed very fun and outgoing, but she did have an investment girl boss vibe to her. And that's okay, but I should have seen it coming. This is 2024, mate. You shouldn't be broke. Do you want someone that's broke and don't work and has no drive or anything? I asked her for a coffee date and she says yes. We meet up and she looks good, but not exactly like her photos. Let me not say that's a red flag, because let me not lie. When you see me on camera, in person, and on Instagram, I'm 3 different types of people, love. In person, I look different. Probably more of a mess. But on Instagram, oh honey, on Instagram, bitch, I'm fine, dark, sweet, expensive chocolate that you have to find in Selfridges, love. This one you can't even get in Tesco. This one you can't even get in Morrison's, love. This one you have to get straight from Selfridges, or you have to import it from Italia. No problem there. Let's see if we can connect, I thought. The first 10 minutes goes great. Conversation is flowing and I ask her if she wants coffee. After all, we're at a coffee shop and on a coffee date. She says no because she had some earlier. I'm sorry, but if you're on a coffee date, why would you drink coffee before? First red flag. I mean, who goes on a coffee date but drinks some just before the actual date? A, which I think is the name for the girl, because there might be multiple characters, tells me to go and get one for myself if I want. Alright, no problem. I go and get my coffee, and when I come back, there's another girl at our table. I don't think it's supposed to bring other people to dates.
Who are you?
I'm Pam. Who are you?
I'm the owner of this house.
She says, hey, this is my partner. For now, we'll call her B. I was working with her earlier. That's when it hit me that this was not a date. B starts asking me questions about my job, my studies, and asked me if I would listen to their business plan so that I could make more money each month. So she takes out a notepad and starts explaining me their business model and how much money I would make if I would find 3 other persons who would find 3 other people themselves, etc. So this is already a red flag already, because why are you pitching business plans? I straight up tell her, so this is like a pyramid scheme, right? This ain't no date. To which A responds, oh, it is a date, but you seem like a cool person to become our partner. LMAO, what? And this isn't a pyramid scheme. It's multi-level marketing. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. Oh boy. So I sat there for legit 15 more minutes and listened to them explain to me how I could make up to 5k a month if I were to get 100 people to join this business. I told them I had to leave to go to the vet with my dog. They didn't seem happy that I wasn't interested in their MLM LMAO. I laughed so much on the way home that I was crying. What type of fucked up shit is this? Guys, don't use Tinder for dating. You'll either find someone that will take you snowboarding on the first date, even though you show no interest in it, and have you, break your arm. Or you'll either find people that will sell their MLM scheme to you. This one is going into blocked. Thank you. Today I fucked up by going on a double date / half-blind date with my nephew. First red flag, don't ever plan any dating or anything with your nephews. A while ago, I met this girl who I really liked. She was beautiful. I wanted to see her today, but she couldn't leave without her niece. So we made a plan that she would bring her niece and I would bring my nephew. They are both single. Do our date. So it was a double date. I asked my nephew if he was interested in joining us and he said yes, but only if the niece was beautiful. He really insisted on this, and without knowing the niece, I told him she was gorgeous too. Never ever ever assume without seeing, because there's a lot of people in this world who look ugly. Well, we went to the coffee shop and sat down. Everything's always happening in coffee shops. Like, don't go to coffee shops. I'm being serious. It's not a good idea for dates. After like 10 minutes, they arrived. Well. My girl was really beautiful. Long blonde hair, blue-eyed, skinny, curves in the right place while the niece was... I don't want to exaggerate, but her face was covered with big red pimples. She had very thick glasses. One eyebrow. She had one eyebrow. See? 1, 2 eyebrow. Just one. Very hairy over her face, specifically her forehead. You can grow hair on your forehead. Oh, bestie, no. She was fat. No offense, but like really plus size and so much more. My nephew was in shock, and then this niece tried to get closer with him. I'll be budging. I'll be saying, girl, can you move a bit? I mean, I'll say, excuse me, can I have a bit of space? I'll say, excuse me, Corona. If the bitch wouldn't move, I'll just say, bitch, move the fuck out, I'm motherfucking way, bitch. You motherfucking ugly. You be your butt there. Bitch, I don't fucking nigga. She tried to hold his hand, but he refused and excused himself to the bathroom. Then he came back and told me that his mother called him and we both needed to go. The niece stood up and literally yelled at him for being rude and said, we must stay. My girl needed to calm her down so we could sneak out. That girl that you went on a date with, she knew damn well she didn't have to take her damn niece. She took her niece because ain't nobody wants to date her niece, and the niece probably felt lonely or something because the bitch was ugly and ain't no nigga want to touch on her or fuck her or even any bitch because the bitch ugly and botched. You know how bad it must be if you say the girl is gorgeous and when the girl comes to start looking like that. Also, the fact the bitch was screaming and here saying, oh, why are you leaving? Don't go, blah, blah, blah. That bitch is crazy. I mean, that bitch is fat. You know that much you can jump on your motherfucking ass. I'ma tell you, keep one eye open while sleeping. It's not bad enough to go restraining order because, the bitch is fat and she can't really run because, she's fat. The unibrow is probably blocking her sight of vision so she can't drive or anything. And I don't think she's, like, smart enough to, be able to kill someone. Guy, 23 male, flipped the script about our first date, and I, a 24-year-old female, I'm not sure what to do. Okay, so I've been talking to this guy on Tinder. First red flag already, guys. We know already. Don't date on Tinder. Very briefly, and he said how he was a chef and how he makes all these fancy dinners and stuff. I see you with your pasta and lobster homemade. Okay. I see you. He asked what my favorite meal was and I said mac and cheese. So he suggested us getting together tomorrow night so he could make his special fancy mac and cheese for me. I thought it sounded so cute and was imagining him like making it in this fancy kitchen, us eating at this fancy table in his fancy apartment, maybe watching a movie afterwards, something like that. So tonight he said he made the meal already and we'll just have to heat it up tomorrow. I'm sorry, that's the first red flag already, because how are you saying that you're going to make me this fancy dinner, whatever? You have the audacity to not even cook the food fresh the same day. Okay, a little bump in the plan, but alright, still sounds cool. And then I said, oh, I forgot to ask, what part of town are you living in? So I'll know what city I'll have to drive to tomorrow. But he said he's actually like 4 hours away at the moment and that he comes to the city on weekends and he usually stays at a friend's place. So I asked, wait, where will we be eating this meal then? And he asked if we could eat it at my place. The red flags are already piling up because in the first place, this man's making mac and cheese. It's pre-cooked and he had the audacity to admit it. I was giving broke and low standards from the start. And now this man has audacity to be going on and saying, oh, can we cook it at your house? Excuse me? Viewed the record scratch and I was like, wait, what? I practically live in a frat house with 3 male roommates, and I guess I wasn't expecting to be the host. All we have is a kitchen island, and that'd be weird sitting side by side on a first date. And my roommates are gonna be home, and they're gonna be like jokingly picking on me that I have this formal date going on with all of them around. And what are we gonna do after? I don't have a TV, so we can't watch any movies or anything. I guess we could go somewhere afterward and like get a drink, but this just wasn't what I was expecting, lol. I kind of just want to say forget it, but he already made the meal. Nobody's ever done something like that for me, especially not someone who I barely spoke to. Nobody's done something like that for you because they haven't been broke. So here's saying you want to do homemade this, that, mac and cheese, blah, blah, blah. You're telling me you don't have a yard or any place to cook this and you want to do it in someone else's house. You can't make homemade meals and do all this blah, blah, blah if you don't have somewhere to eat the food. And if you don't have someone to eat the food, there's places where you can eat food and buy food and they give it to you and it's called a restaurant. These are all big red flags just bursting from the seams. This one is pack your shit and go. Specifically, pack that mac and cheese that you said you made a day ago, but you actually made a week ago, and take it with you back to God knows where, because obviously your ass doesn't even have a motherfucking house to stay in. Okay, I hope you guys have a good day, and bye. Missed you.